Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga for Sleep. I'm Cassandra, and tonight we are going to be lying down for the whole practice. So if you want to just go ahead and get ready for bed, we're going to start with legs up the wall. So if you can do that in a bed, that is fantastic. If not, you might want to move to the floor. So let's just go ahead and we're going to come to lie down. And our legs are going to go up. So I'm going to scoot my tush as close to my headboard as I can. So if you have a headboard, you could do this. If not, just come down to the floor. And so my legs are not going to be able to rest on the wall fully here, and that's okay. You may have a taller or a straighter headboard, and your legs can completely rest up against the wall. You also here might want to come into like a butterfly position, so soles of the feet come together. Just scoot those heels down towards your pelvis, letting gravity do the work here. So your arms can be open nice and wide, kind of like mine, or you can rest one on your chest and one on your belly, or both on your belly. Completely up to you. So just move and adjust yourself here so you are perfectly comfortable. And then go ahead and start listening to the sound of your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just noticing if you are holding any muscle tension anywhere, go ahead and unclench those muscles just by bringing awareness to those tight spaces. A lot of times we hold tension in our jaw, neck, shoulders, face, hips. You can even kind of bounce your hips left and right, just kind of scooting and moving, finding a little massage here on your lower back. And when you're ready, find stillness. So for our practice tonight, we are going to try to stick with the pattern of inhale for a count of 5, pause, exhale for a count of 5. Inhale for a count of 5, pause, exhale for a count of 5. So see if you can find that. Go ahead and let all the air out of your lungs, blow it out. And let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, pause, exhale. Keep going like that. Inhale, pause, exhale. As we move, you're just going to stick with that breathing pattern. And if you forget, that's okay. If you need to make it an inhale for 4 and an exhale for 4, that's okay. Or maybe you can gradually elongate the numbers as we move through the practice, as your heart rate begins to slow, and as your body really begins to rest and digest. Just a few more breaths here. Last one. Really fill the belly with air. And then on your exhale, really empty everything out. All right, so before we transition to our next posture, I want you to try to keep that breath work as we are transitioning and moving, which can be a little tricky. So the best way to get out of this pose is just to bring your legs down to the side, kind of roll over, and come on up to hands and knees, or kind of scoot yourself out and around. Why don't we take some cat-cows while we're here? All right, knees are under hips, hands are under shoulders. Inhale, look up, drop the belly, raise the hips up, and then exhale, go ahead and pull the belly up towards the spine, tuck the chin and the pelvis. So just a few like this. You can also find any cat-cow variations, maybe some barrel rolls. I actually like to do this with my fingers turned in towards my hips. Or you can just bump the hips left and right. So we're just opening and moving, stretching the belly. All right. Let's go ahead and come all the way down onto our belly. We'll take a few cobras here, okay? So hands come out to your sides. Go ahead and press into the tops of the feet. You're going to start by tucking your chin, rolling yourself up, pressing. So let's just start with the baby cobra. So elbows stay bent. Then exhale, reach your chin forward. Extend all the way down to the bed. All right, inhale, tuck your chin, pull up. And if you're ready, you can straighten your arms and come into a bigger cobra. Exhale down. You can even come onto your fingertips and do a queen cobra. So inhale, chin tucks, roll up, get a nice extension, and then exhale down. Reach through your chin. All right, last one. Take whichever one you like best. Inhale up, and then exhale down. All right, let's go ahead and reach our arms out long. We're going to roll over onto our back. All right, so get nice and comfy. Move your hair. All right, let's start with windshield wipers. So take your arms out nice and wide. Feet are wider than hip. Heels are out, toes are in, and just rest the knees on top of one another. And before we start moving the legs, go ahead and establish. Inhale for 5. Pause. Exhale for 5. All right, inhale, legs drop to the left. Pause. Exhale, legs travel through the middle, drop to the right. Pause. Inhale through center, over to the left on the inhale. Pause. Exhale, knees come through center and over to the right. So just continue taking this at your own pace. Really trying to slow the posture and the movement down. And at the same time, elongating and deepening your breath. So by elongating the breath, you are signaling to your body, you're stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest. So this is going to help you more quickly fall into sleep and stay asleep more deeply and longer. All right, last time over to the left. Drop both knees over to the left. And we're just going to hold here. So this might be enough for you. You might want to stack your right knee up more on top of the left. Shift your hips back a little bit. Bring the left hand on top of the right thigh. Look over your right shoulder, relaxing the muscles of the neck, the face, the jaw, and just breathing in and out of the nose for the count of 5. Pause, and then exhale. So really trying to release all of the muscles of the body. The only muscles you really need to use right now would be the muscles in the left arm and hand holding your right thigh. See if you can release everything else. All right, last breath. And then on your exhale, we're just going to very slowly release and switch sides. Again, if you want to deepen, just stack your knees, shift your hips back a little, and then look over your left shoulder. So again, I just noticed I was gripping and using muscles I don't need. So think about only using the muscles of the right hand and the right arm, and everything else you're just dropping down and releasing completely. Sticking to that breath work, inhaling, pausing, and exhaling. One more breath here. And then on your exhale, just come back to center. All right, we are going to extend our left leg up. So if you have a strap or a towel, or a belt, you might want to grab that for this. So we are going to keep your right leg bent to begin. Extend your left leg up to the ceiling and your arms as well. And just go ahead and draw some circles with the ankle, the left ankle, and both wrists. And then you're going to grab either behind the left thigh, behind the left calf, maybe down to the ankle, and just see how this feels. Your leg can be straight or bent. Just play with that. Play with pointing and flexing the left foot. And then if you want a bit of a deeper stretch, you're just going to extend your right leg out long. So if that is too intense on the left hamstring, maybe just bring it up a little bit. Okay, so whatever feels good here. All right, come back to the breathing. And then here again, just notice what muscles you need. So maybe glute, thigh, the left leg, the arms, the hands. What else can you release? Maybe you're using a bit of your core. Pay attention to that right leg. Can you just let the right foot flop open completely and release any tension in the right leg? You could bend it slightly and see if that helps. That helped me a lot right there. So I just slightly bent my right leg and just kind of rested the thigh over to the side. You can also just kind of work your left leg closer to your face if that feels good. Keep a micro bend at your knee, so you don't want to lock out at that joint. If your mind begins to wander, just come back to the sound of the breath or counting the breath. If your mind is quite active, the counting can help settle you. All right, and we're just going to bend the left leg, bend the right leg so the sole of the right foot is down, and you're going to cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and you can just lift the right foot up here. If this is enough, you can keep this. You can reach behind the right thigh with both hands, or go a little bit farther behind the right shin. Go ahead and draw circles with your ankles. Or flex your feet and just pull your knees in towards your chest. You can use your left elbow to kind of press this left thigh, left knee out, and then you're pulling the right leg towards you. Some people like to extend this right leg up towards the sky, so that's also an option. I just don't feel like it gives me a deep stretch in my left outer hip, which is what I want to feel here. All right, find the breath. Also notice what muscles you need and what you need to let go of here. All right, last breath. And then on your exhale, we're just going to transition back. So drop the soles of both of the feet down to the bed. We're going to extend the right leg out long, grab wherever you want to grab, and then work to extend that left leg. So get your ankle moving in circles here. And if you want to, again, feel into what muscles you're holding, try to bend into the left leg a little. See if you can release any tension there. And you're slowly working to get this right leg towards the face. It does not need to be straight. You can put that yoga strap or belt under the arch of the foot. Find your breath. Just find a nice rhythm here. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring the left foot up, bend the right leg, cross it over, and you are going to get that deep figure four stretch. Again, you can use the right elbow to press the right knee away. Feel a nice opening in the back of your leg, your hip, your glute. Find the breath. Rotating your ankles if you want. All right, let's take one more breath here. Go ahead and release down. Feet are wide. Go ahead and allow the knees to rest against one another. Hands can be on heart and belly or open up nice and wide. Palms are facing up. Go ahead and reestablish those long inhales, pausing at the top, and then a long, smooth exhale. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you are ready for rest. Sweet dreams.